Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today here at Mad World Tarot, Friday afternoon as I am doing this, and I have the Knights Templar Tarot on the tarot table. It's my military tarot because the tarot that I really love to use for these military readings can't really be shown on YouTube at the moment. The Zombie Tarot, my favorite tarot I think of all time. Anyway, we're having a look now at the rather sad, the rather pitiful sight, spectacle, I think it should be called, of the has-been dressed up in what looks like a very new jacket and a red tie and all his medals, standing in the back door of Mudslide Mansion, not even the front door. I think the front door has got that infamous doormat with the coronet on it, but the back door, giving a pre-recorded speech to a US medic. And her name, as far as I can tell, is Elizabeth Marks. She was very severely injured in Iraq, and she's been awarded some kind of honor, and the has-been is the one that was deputized to do this. Now, it's causing all kinds of outrage. Of course, British Royal, what's he doing getting involved in the US military again? So there's a lot of anger about this. That's the first thing. Second thing, it just looks pathetic because of the 4 medals, 3 are participation medals. They're not even earned medals from doing useful and dangerous stuff. Third is that it just looks like, well, Meghan's busy cooking in the house down the road with the huge big trucks and all the stuff parked outside, the Netflix crew. Got to give the has-been something to do. You know, it's like a child when you're busy doing something important, and, well, you can also, you know, mummy's busy doing such and such. You can scribble in here, and you can also write or draw, whatever, and do something important. It has that kind of a vibe of just give him something to do to while away the hours and make him feel important and make him feel like he's doing something useful. This is somebody who looks like he has no meaning at all in his life now that his only thing that he really seemed to relate to, which was his military connections, has been taken away from him. So a Knights Templar Tarot, we're going to do a Celtic cross. We're going to see what's going on with the has-been, how he's feeling right now. He's had his moment playing polo with his best mate, Nacho, and we won't comment more on that relationship right now. He's been there, he's had his fun while the cameras were rolling, and he was, playing games. He does like playing games. So he had that, the party prince. But the rest of the time, what does he do? So that's where we're heading with this Celtic cross. What's going on with the has-been? Does he miss his old life? Does he long for it back? What's going on? And I think that's all we need to know with this Celtic cross. The 10 of Cups has come flying out for all the world to see in reverse, which is missing your old life and wanting to go home. But of course, can't go home, can he? There is no home to go back to. My opinion, this is tarot for fun and entertainment. It is all my opinion. It's all speculation. Just read cards and just read energy. And of course, there is a disclaimer in the box below. Celtic cross coming out. The has-been in the back door, not even the front door, in his rather sad little outfit with his rather sad little medals, giving that pre-recorded speech because he seems too frightened now to face the public for real and in person. And as I say, with that rather sad collection of medals, the tower. Not surprised to see that as the underlying energy, and I'm being told to bring the next one out as well. 6 of Cups in reverse. What was I saying about the past and not being able to go back to the past? That's the 6 of Cups in reverse. Falling out with your family, with your friends, with everybody. Your life is falling apart completely. He was seemingly very compromised in the previous speech that he gave, video pre-recorded thing that he did for Travelist, when he was slurring his words and had to be taken off camera and held under a hose pipe or a shower or chucked in the pool or something, and new clothes put on him so he could stumble his way through the rest of the speech. I don't know about this one. I couldn't bring myself to listen. I can't actually listen to either of them talking anymore. It's got that bad. I'm kind of so triggered by them both at this point. But the tower is collapsing. His world is collapsing. He didn't see this coming at all. That he would have the things that he most valued taken away from him. She would be busy doing a cooking show in the house next door, wherever it is, and he would be kicking around the house. Where are the kids? No sign of them. You would think, stay-at-home dad. He would have his hands full with 2 kids of the ages that Archie and Lilibet allegedly are. But no, he's got time to play dress up, stick on his medals, and make a speech. So, Tower. The heart of the reading, what is going on with the has-been? 4 of Swords in reverse. This is ruined reputation. Somebody who cannot rest, who cannot sleep, who cannot put the past behind him, because the 4 of Swords follows the 3 of Swords, which is terrible betrayal and heartache. He feels that he has been betrayed by the royal family. That's very much his perspective. I don't think anyone else's perspective, and maybe a few, but the vast majority of people would see it quite differently, and probably the absolute opposite way around. But the 4 of Swords comes the time when you have been betrayed and ruined, and your heart has been broken, and you've been defeated, and you have to crawl away and lick your wounds and put down your sword. In the reverse, you can't. Even though you really need to, you need to take yourself out of the public eye for a long time. I would say the has-been really needs to get on that plane and go to Africa. And I'm sorry, everyone in Africa, that includes myself, that I'm suggesting this as a last resort for the has-been. What's left after that? Mars, perhaps. Phone your friend Elon. He needs time out. He needs time out of the public eye, because he just looks more and more pathetic. When he was playing polo, he looked pretty out of shape compared with the rest of them. He's got reputational trouble as a polo player with his treatment of horses, and he's got trouble in Africa with African parks and the abuse and torture and all the rest of it. So wherever he goes and whatever he does, his reputation now is ruined. 4 of Swords in reverse. Somebody who needs to take themselves out of the public eye and disappear, but can't, because he just can't see it, or he can't accept that this is how bad things have got. So what's really the problem here? The problem is the Knight of Swords in reverse. His own viciousness, my opinion, that's the Knight of Swords in reverse. It's a very vicious card. Cruel, aggressive, critical energy. That energy has come back to bite him. Nobody likes him, nobody trusts him. You can't confide in him, because he will write a book about you and say awful things. You can't trust him as a brother, you can't trust him as a father, or a stepmother, or a friend. He has been so vicious, and he's been so reckless. The Knight of Swords can be very reckless with words, with accusations. That's all those interviews, that's all the nasty stuff that he has said has come back to bite him now, has really destroyed his reputation. And instead of doing what he needs to do to recover his reputation, and that's going to take long hard work and some degree of intelligence and insight, he's just making it worse. The little stunt in the back doorway, and all kinds of unfortunate jokes going around about that, which we won't get to here, making him just look pathetic and making people really angry. Root of this, why is he doing this? Queen of Swords. I think, it's the Queen, it's the late Queen energy. I think he still thinks that somehow he's her earthly representative, and somehow his connection with the royal family, with the Queen of Swords, not daddy as king. Who cares about that? showed up as for as short a time as he possibly could to the coronation, does not have a coronation medal. Prince William does, as everyone is pointing out now, and then disappeared as fast as he could. This, he still thinks, he represents the Queen on earth. He still has this notion that he's special because his grandmother was the late Queen Elizabeth, that was held in such, and is still held in such high regard by vast numbers of people all around the world. So there is still this notion that somehow he's divinely blessed and guided and inspired by the late Queen, and people still want to see him and have to do with him because he's a royal prince of the realm, and you know, he had tea with Queen Elizabeth. It's that there. It's not Mummy for once. Mummy normally shows up in these things, but this isn't about Mummy. This is about empire. Just by the way, I know it's not empire, but you get the picture. What's his focus with these kinds of performative things that he does? King of Wands in reverse. He's trying very hard to reanimate people's opinion of him, to become popular again, because the King of Wands upright is very inspiring, very popular. He's the fun guy, the one that you can hang out with, drink with, party with, tell rude jokes with, have a great time with, travel with, all of that stuff. Playboy to some extent, but kingly, but it's in reverse. So he's got his work cut out trying to convince people that he's having the best time, he's living his best life in California, there in the back door in his rather sad new suit with those medals pinned on all in a row. He's not convincing people. He wants to convince them. He wants to show he's living his best life. And he's still an inspirational figure, charismatic, the world's most popular prince. Not, because the card is in reverse. So how have things been going for the has-been? Recently, that he's needing to do this, we've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Grim. Very grim. He's feeling his exile, he's feeling his isolation, he's feeling also a bit of self-pity in this card, because it's the card of the scapegoat, and he feels that he has been scapegoated. I get that very powerfully in this Four of Swords card as well. This is the being banished, go away, nobody wants you, take yourself away. He wants to come back. Very, very clear energy that keeps coming through in these readings. Harry wants to go home. I said it's at the beginning of this reading, but he can't go home because he's blowing the whole thing up. He's burned all his bridges. And Six of Cups in reverse. Prince William will never forgive him, and he knows it. He's desperate to go home. He's desperate to come in from the cold, but he cannot. And it's really beginning to settle on him that this is now his lot in life. Playing dress up, handing out. I don't want it to mean this award. I didn't really explore what it was, but it can't be that serious a thing that they've allowed Harry to award it to this woman, Elizabeth Marks. If it was a very high military honor, I think that someone very high up in the US military would be actually doing the handing over of the medal or whatever. So, sorry if I'm using the wrong terminology. What's coming next for the has-been? What is coming next for the has-been? We've got the High Priestess in reverse. This is someone who's just lost. He's lost his connection to this. He's lost his connection to the divine. He's lost his intuition. He's lost his spiritual sense. He's lost his meaning and purpose. My notes to myself are about quest for meaning, that this is what's really going on. I don't think he even realizes it, because I don't think he has the level of self-awareness he needs to realize that he has a quest for meaning going on here. Prince William, the readings that I do, that he's going through the dark night of the soul. He knows he's going through the dark night of the soul. He's suffering torment. Harry is suffering torment, but he doesn't realize why he's suffering torment. That is my opinion. It's not a diagnosis at all. It's my very unprofessional opinion. The High Priestess is intuition. It's also female mysteries. It can be quite negative female influence when it's in reverse. It can also be secrets coming out. I'm not getting that very strongly. I don't think we're in that context in this reading. But I think being led astray by a very powerful female influence. And I'm working my way through Lady C's book. And very clear. Lady C, very astute in her observations of how that whole dynamic came to be. And there it is, in my opinion. High Priestess in reverse. Just being led astray, not finding his own meaning, not finding his own voice, not finding his own purpose, unfortunately for him. How does he see himself right now in a military way, who he is? We've got the King of Swords in reverse. I think he feels very frustrated that his authority is being undermined. The King of Swords is very powerful. It's very astute, very intelligent, strategic. It's the wise king. This is the fun one, the charismatic one. We've got two kings in this reading who are in reverse. He feels like his authority has been taken away from him. And that's a military authority. The King of Swords is a very military figure. As you can see from this, in his armor and all ready to lead his troops and go and do battle. It's in reverse. He doesn't have a purpose. That has been taken away from him. His purpose has been removed. So he sees that. What pressure is he under? Perot has been. Page of Swords in reverse. This is the criticism. This is the hate. That's ongoing. Get this card a lot at the moment. The Page of Swords in reverse. All the hate on social media. The Daily Mail comments were absolutely livid. That he was daring to do this on American soil as a British royal. It didn't go down well at all. And understandably, and surely he can understand that. He can see that he's completely out of place there. He has no role there. He has no right to be there. It's offensive. And people are commenting on it. They are hating it. Page of Swords in reverse. Do your research. It's a research card. It's get to grips with reality. Understand the world. He doesn't have much grasp of history. Apparently, history teacher at Eton was so excited when Has-Been came along. Somebody at last from the royal family he could, tutor and teach all about the illustrious past. Well, not necessarily. Has-Been not remotely interested. Hopes and fears for the Has-Been. I've got the Sun in reverse. He's realizing some home truths here, some harsh truths, that the days of sorrow are beginning. This is what he's worrying about. The days of sorrow that started over there with the Five of Pentacles are ongoing with the Sun in reverse. That his glory days are over, because the Sun is all about glory. It's the power and the glory. It's energy, it's notice, it's attention, it's the limelight, and it's in reverse. He's lost it. It's gone through his fingers, slipped through his fingers. He's let it go. He's lost it. How's he ever going to get it back? And what is going to become of this Has-Been? This wretch in his suit with his medals, his play medals. What is going to become of this wretch? Very sad. Ace of Cups in reverse. A lot of regret. The Ace of Cups in reverse. He's going to feel very emotional about the things that he has lost. The Tower and the Six of Cups in reverse. The family he's lost, the status he's lost, the role he's lost, the importance, the glory, and all of that stuff, the purpose and the meaning, all of those things that he's lost. Ace of Cups is almost breakdown energy, because it's out of control energy. Cups in reverse, out of control emotions, big emotions, out of control. When it finally dawns on him, and it is, could be when this situation with this woman really goes south, which it is in coming days. High Priestess in reverse, leading astray, going a bit cray-cray, and big tears, big heartache, big loss, big sorrow, big regret coming his way. And I don't say that gleefully at all. I say that just really mind blown that someone could have so much, not appreciate it, throw it all away for this woman. My opinion, of course, always. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.